Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Imani learned this lesson at a pretty young age. Sometimes, if you don't get what you expect, even after trying over and over again, at that time you may need to just take a deep breath and be big, be bold. Take a risk and go for it. Principle 6, build bridges. Dr. Maya Angelou said that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Knowing who you can depend on, those individuals that you can call a close friend or a confidant, is critical. And right before I came onto this stage, I did a mental inventory of my close friends and those that I truly trust. And I have about 718 folks, including, according to Facebook. In strong relationships, you learn about yourself. You learn about your capacity for love. You learn about your ability to handle truth. You learn about your willingness to self-sacrifice, and you learn about your desire for self-improvement. As I have watched Imani blossom from a shy little girl to a stunning, beautiful woman, I have learned to question the motives of every boy in this building. I can say without question, that being a father, that having children, that having daughters, that has made me a better human, a better father, a better friend, a better colleague, a better business executive. Principle 6, find your happily ever after. And Mr. Walker said to Charlie, don't forget what happened to the man who suddenly got everything that he ever wanted. He lived happily ever after. Happily ever afters are not limited to the end of Grimm's fairy tales. Each and every one of us has the ability to find and craft and create our very own happily ever after. My happily ever after, mine involves my family. It involves my wife, Janessa. It involves my parents, Pamela and James. It involves my brothers and sisters. It involves my aunts and uncles and close friends and cousins. My happily ever after involves my children. But we need to remember that parenting is hard work. Yet, parenting is a privilege. Being a father is an honor. It is a gift. And enjoying the ride and having fun is just what we do. My fairy tale, it's going something like this. Once upon a time, in the enchanted village of Indianapolis, Indiana, a goofy yet devastatingly handsome young man met a radiantly beautiful princess. It was love at first sight. Yo, at least on his part, because your girlie was fly, you know what I mean? They graduated high school and attended separate colleges. Yeah, they stayed together. After completing college, they were married in a beautiful fairy tale wedding. A wedding that involved talking mice and unicorns and pumpkin chariots and glass slippers and pixie dust and godmothers and godfathers of soul named James Brown and unicorns and butterfly kisses. they rented a horse and carriage and headed for the mysterious island of Austin, Texas, to start their kingdom. And along the way, they were blessed with two beautiful princesses and a very handsome prince. And while there were wicked witches and monsters and trolls and dragons and poison apples, as well as interesting careers, and princess balls, and pigzillas, and enchanted monitors, as well as child-eating reptiles, and untrustworthy little men with questionable motives. Together they planned for curveballs and exceeded expectations. They remained relevant, and they believed in themselves. They were big, and they were bold, and they built bridges. They learned that there really is no big secret to life, but there were principles and a North Star which helped them stay true to their path. They found 7 Darwin-Woodard principles that helped them guide them along their way. And along their way, these tips led to self-confidence and pride, as well as personal and professional success. And while they did not get everything that they wanted, they absolutely got everything that they needed and more. And most importantly, they lived happily ever after. The end.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Page, for that amazing talk. Hello, my name is Clara Schultz. When I was 2, I was diagnosed with epilepsy, which makes it really hard for me to learn things that come easily to most people. I went to school with my peers and received special education services. While I was in high school, I was involved in lots of clubs. One of my favorites was Best Buddies. The leader of Best Buddies was a person full of energy, ideas, and love. She was a good dancer too. It is my honor to introduce my friend, Lindsay Allen. Welcome, Lindsay.
My household contains an unofficial proclamation, not a family heirloom of words passed down to previous generations, not a plaque on the wall from the local farmer's market stating words to live by, but a 3-worded 4-syllable phrase made up by my older brother Richard. I, not pardon. A set of words I wish he nor anyone had to proclaim. But he, along with many others, would speak up and defend themselves. That's right. Imagine if you had to defend your being, your differences, your identity. My older brother Richard has Down syndrome, and he often proclaims this 3-worded 4-syllable phrase at the dinner table, I, not pardon. In the car, I, not pardon. And any time he presents it